That was the worst time of my life. That was the one of the worst years of my life. Hi guys, I have been missing in action for a long while. It has been a while since I posted a YouTube video. So just would like to say thank you all for the milestones that I've reached thus far. I don't think I have thanked you all for all the love and the support that I've already gotten. I've seen the many comments, messages, DMs on my Instagram. By the way, follow me on Instagram at Anthony Goddard with the extra D at the end, on Instagram, on TikTok. So I'm gonna show y'all like where I reach, right? Because I believe in being, transparent with y'all. So I'm gonna show y'all where I reach in subscribers. So I have 1,204 subscribers, and let me show y'all how much I have reached in watch hours thus far. I have reached 2,286 watch hours, and I need 4,000, right? I already get this. I already got the 1,000 mark. Great, love it. But we had to watch the videos, man. We had to get at 4,000, man. We had to get at this below here. I could never get 10 million. I am not pushing for that. I haven't posted a short in centuries, so I'm not even gonna try. But let's try for this. We almost there. We passed the half mark, and since all of my videos, especially my popular ones, I was a year ago, right? It was more than this, but since it started passing a year, it started to go down, right? So guys, let's go. Let's push to see if we could get that 4,000. Yeah. So today we're going to be talking about my second year in medical school. Y'all, I have posted my first year in medical school already. It was a long while ago. That was one of my first ever videos, and it's doing good, right? Like, y'all love minding my business, so I say, you know what, let me do my second year in medical school. If I could remember it, right? Because it was a good minute ago, and I've been through a lot since then, right? So yeah, my second year, I don't know why my camera doing this, it jumping. I don't know what's going on. It's spoiled or something. What the hell wrong with it? This pisses me off, it pisses me off. Anyways, so my second year in medical school, it was, I'm not going to lie to you, I'm not going to come here and pretend I'm gonna be 100. That was the worst time of my life. That was the one of the worst years of my life. Anybody who's in second year right now, I feel your pain. Well, I felt your pain, right? But trust me, you're gonna get through it. You're gonna get through it. Remember, you can never do medicine or anything like this by yourself. Remember that, because the only reason why I got through mentally, to be honest, I had family support, and I have my friends, and I had people who was behind me. I even had my subscribers who was giving me, giving me motivation to keep going, keep moving, keep pushing. You're gonna finish, and we all gonna be with you when you finish, right? So always remember that you can never do it alone. You must have some form of support with you. First things first, right? So let me go through this. I think I remember it, right? Because it was one of the most traumatic year. I'm not going to lie. Everybody just be like, oh, year 4, not year 4. Oh, year 3 does be the worst period of life. It is. And I'm not taking that away. But year 2. anyways, let's start. So first things first, year 2, I was grateful enough that now I moved on hall, right? Remember picking up from the first year, when you watch that video, from first medical, that video, now I'm on hall, right? I have now joined hall. Hall was going, actually, I hated this hall. To be honest, like now I appreciate the hall because I could see the advantages of being here, because right now everything I do mostly is in the hospital that's right next to us, so I can see the advantages. But before, boom, I now move here, I now move on hall, so and then I came in late, so I was just to myself a lot, right? I was in my room. I hated my room. I hated having to walk out to bed. I hated having to walk out to use the toilet. I hated how to use the same kitchen. And it was because I moved from a space of being by myself, right? And being by myself in my own apartment, and because I had an apartment and everything like that, just it was starting to be expensive. I had an apartment, ended up being quack, right? I had to move because it was really, really far, right? It was in St. Augustine, and St. Augustine and Mount Hope is a bit distant, and it doesn't make sense to be spending money every time to go to school. That don't make sense, right? That don't make sense. So I moved to hall, and I was so happy that I got a space, right? But now I appreciate it. I love it. I've made it my space. I know it looked dirty and thing, but it is what it is. It's reality, meaning I have been working, I've been doing a lot, and that's why I'm making this video too, because I've been super busy. But anyways, so I'm on hall, then hated it, now love it, right? Now in year 2, we were doing certain courses. I think it was muscles and bones and joints and endocrine and reproductive and all of those things. Okay, hated those things, hated it. I think we did CNS. CNS was okay, right? I was shocked that I passed, because CNS is actually a lot, right? That's with the brain and how it works. I know the brain is a whole lot, right? CNS was okay, and I passed it. Let me focus more on year 2 semester 2, right? Year 2 semester 2, because that's where I experienced the worst of the worst, right? Good. PBL was good. Actually, let's talk about in my first video I mentioned that I had somebody who didn't like my head. And we was in PEC, which is basically ethics course, a professional and ethics course that we do here in medical school, right? You know, in year 2, that was in year 1, because in year 2, they put us in the same PBL class. That was strike 1 for me. Strike the same PBL, so I had to spend a whole block in the same PBL. And to be honest, in year 2, the pandemic came. That's when the pandemic came. So God would know what He was doing. He was like, you know what? They put you and they put 2 other together. So let me not put you all in the same space, because I know. Like PEC is one thing, but PBL, people could get quacks, could get aggressive. They'll start to quack, right? People that start to quack. So I was kind of happy that the pandemic came and everybody had to disperse. We had to go back to our homes, and everything now was online. Yeah, that pandemic was one of the biggest. I don't know if it's a downfall or if it was an uprise, but it shifted everything, right? It shifted everything for us, and that is what I want to speak about as well, right? Because with the pandemic coming, they change. Usually we will have to do our exams. I'm actually going along. I'm trying to remember my year 2, right? Because it was a while back, so forgive me. But with regards to exam, right? Before the pandemic, we used to go and sit in a big classroom or a big room and have our exams, and we would all of us would you had free will to write and or go back and forth and pace yourself, do a little problem on a paper if you want to, and you wouldn't have stringent time limit on you, right? Boy, the pandemic came and changed all of that. All of that. We had so much problems with regards to people internet access. I had so much anxiety and depression that was going on. It was terrible. I'm not going to lie. It was terrible. Right? So the first course in semester 2, right? It was muscle, bones and joints, right? Muscle, bones and joints, right? That was well taught. It was well received. It was mostly everything was online, right? The best thing about being online is that you could pace yourself. I didn't have to stress about finding food, money for transportation. I didn't have to worry about things that would have you would have need to worry about, to be honest. What I was worrying about now, it moved from that to worrying about how they're gonna bring this exam, or it was more of a examination worry than a daily living worry, if you understand what I'm saying. So because I was in my home, I was with my family, that sounds good, but sometimes it could be a curse too. But I was with my family, so I knew how to pace myself. The support was there, right? And they were really, I'm not gonna lie, I needed that. I think at that point in time, because year 1 is it's the work is hard. Yes, the work is hard. I'm not going to lie, the work is difficult, but you can relate to it, especially if you did PKIP, or if you did a certificate degree or something like that. You can relate to it a little bit. But in year 2, that's when your work really starts. That's when everything change, and that's when you have to master your study tactics, right? So that was another thing I was happy being home, is that I could have paced myself, right? I could have tell myself, what, I don't have a class I have to dress up and go to and be around people. I could just be in the class. I could record the class, right? I could look back at the class. I could go over the notes during the class. I don't have to worry about a lot of things I don't have to worry about, And that was the best. That, honestly, to me, that was the best part of it, being online, right? However, I can't believe I'm gonna say this. However, being online brought me one of my biggest downfalls, right? I'm not biggest downfall. I wouldn't say it's a biggest downfall. Back then, I would say it was a biggest downfall for me, because I've never experienced failure. Yeah, I failed a course. I failed one. I failed a component of a course, right? I did. And it really shocked me. I'm not going to lie. First time that happened, it really shocked me. I was like, this can't be me. Anyways, let me tell you that story. So it was basically endocrine and reproductive, right? So you're dealing with your endocrine system, you're dealing with your reproductive system, female system, yada yada. So everything was online. and this was the first exam we had to do for that semester of year 2, right? Prior to that, everybody, probably the other class below us or a class above us, the school realized that people used to come online and the class was probably doing really well, strangely, or they find out that probably there was cheating or something to that effect, right? So they start making the exams really difficult, right? So before, we used to have like especially in semester 1, we could have, go back and relook our exams, like our not exams. We could have like if we put in a answer, we could have go back to view it to see if that was the correct answer, right? Not in semester 2. In semester 2, they made us forward navigation only. So if you put in a answer and you move on, you can't go back to that answer. You can't go back to that answer and that question, right? Whatever you put in there, it had to be right or wrong, and you can't go back to it. So that was my downfall, right? And then you have 60 questions. I want 15 minutes to answer these questions. They bring in literally applied questions, so you have to read, interpret, and answer. Read, interpret, and answer, right? And I was there reading and interpreting and trying my best, right? Let me tell you, I remember I spent like 5 minutes on one question. I was like, Anthony, you have 50 more questions to answer. Hurry up. It's a rat race. It was a rat race, right? So in the kind that came, and we could not go back, we only could go forward. And I was doing I doing it by myself, no help, no nothing. They trying my best, catching my stunt to finish this exam. I had 2 minutes remaining and 15 questions to do. I literally had to just go through the questions and answer all and submit, because they also said that if you don't press submit, all your questions or all your answers are going to go. Didn't make sense, right? So it's either you finish it and submit it, or you just have to automatically redo the whole damn exam, right? So now I did the exam, but when you do an exam, right, and you know that you did shit, that was me. I was like, God, I leave it in your hands. I was like, right now, I don't know how to feel about it. It iffy, Gil. It iffy, right? I was like, you know what? Leaving it in your hands. You take the wheel. Jesus, take the wheel now. Whew. But I knew I did shit. Sometimes you just know when you did shit. I knew I did shit. I knew I could have done better. Anyways, everybody talking about the exam, everybody messaging in the group about the exam, So I was like, oh, it's not only me, misery like company. So I was like, okay, it's not only me was feeling like this. Good. Right? Okay, good. So I was like, okay, it's not only me. Good, great, fine. Now comes the point of results. Somebody messaged in the group, okay, MBJ results out, PEC results out. My heart dropped to my ass, because I literally, every time somebody say results are out, I don't care. Even if I didn't know I did good or if I did bad, I just always catch a fit, no matter what it is, good or bad, right? So they say the exam is out, the results is out, fine. Once I click MBJ, passed. Alright, your boy getting a little cool, a little, he feeling good, a nice little pass, nice. Click PEC. PEC was okay. PEC was, they gave you, basically they gave us we had to do four long essays. Oh my god, I hope my thing ain't run out, but I have space on my SD card. Anyways, so we had to do 4 essays, long essays, and they give us a day to submit. right? So it was like a project we had to do. So PEC was okay. And then endocrine and reproductive, nobody said anything about that. Nobody said anything. So I was like, okay, probably didn't come out yet. It didn't come out yet. Like, they was having glitches on their side. That's a red flag. That was a red flag. Anyways, in the afternoon now, somebody messaged and was like, endo come out. Me thinking I have God on my side always. I was like, you know what? I passed PEC, I passed MBJ. Let me go and see. I passed this too. Click on it confidently. I was on my phone, I was on my phone, and I was scrolling little by little. I was like, please God, ever tell you, I could relive that moment. I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. You know, them give me 49%. Let me take out a minute. Them gave me 49%. The pass mark is 50. I don't give a shit if it was C. I just want to. The pass mark was 50 and it gave me 49%. One time I start emailing. I didn't even think. I just say, you know what? Let me see if I could get a 1%. Let me see how best I could get this 1%. Let me see what I could do. Let me see what is this scenario. I start emailing. Basically, they tell me, you, and it didn't have a grade there, or it didn't have a grade there at all. I didn't see a grade there. They just give me the amount, right? But obviously, you know, that's failed. So I started panic because this is my first exam that I did poorly on. I just started worry. I was like, what's going on? What do I have to do? Do I have to do something? What's going on? I started panic. I was like, something. Like, tell me something. Like, I was going and remembered vividly because I was in my room, locked the door in my room, and I was just going crazy. Nobody else in the house knew I was going mad, right? Nobody else in the house know. Anthony in the room going crazy. But nobody replied because I forget it's Friday evening. They sent out the end of grade like 5 o'clock in the evening. So obviously nobody's gonna be there. So I had to spend the entire weekend. Literally feeling like a bitch. I don't know how I was feeling, but I was feeling bad, right? And I felt the entire weekend. I went to church. I prayed about the situation. My mind is not done, right? So I prayed about the situation, and then Monday they responded and they were like, that why am I doing this to me? Like, oh God, yes, endo. Oh my God, like, come on, right? So they was like, they explained the situation. They say, because I think in my email they sent this boy going through it, right? They explained to me that calm down, right? That whoever is watching and whoever is, they don't know, or if you're in year 1, 2, 3, whatever year you're in, or if you want to come in, listen to this very carefully. So they explained to me that your grade, the grade that I got, yes, it means I can go forward, but I have to resit the exam again, right? So here in UWI, they allow, like, when you did the first exam, you did the first exam, good. If you fail that exam, you have a resit, like a resit to do. Alright, you do the resit, and if you fail that resit, you have to do over the course. Now, in years 1 to 3, if you have one course outstanding or one exam outstanding, they will allow you to move forward. So, for instance, this is how I had to take it in, because let me tell you, I read the manual front and back just to know what's going on. And this is what the dean told me, secretary, dean, assistant dean, whatever it is, right? And this is what they told me basically. So if you fail one course and you like in your second semester ready to go on to the next one, you can trail a course. So you could go into year 3 only up to year 1 to 3, not in year 4. They don't play that in year 4. If you fail in year 4, you have to do by the whole rotation and crap will smoke your pipe, to be honest, right? But in year 1 to 3, you can trail a course. Like you can, like if you have a year 2 course outstanding, you can go into year 3 with the course outstanding, but you just have to do about the course. So that's year 3 work, year 2 work upon year 3 work. But don't do yourself that, right? So it gave me a little bit of confidence now. I feel good inside that I could do the resit. But the next thing that was on my mind is how am I telling my parents this? How am I telling my mom this? How am I breaking this? I was real scared. How am I going about telling my parents I fail and I'm a done speech? I don't know. I'm kidding, eh? I'm kidding, right? How am I going to tell my mother this? Right? Because at the end of the day, you have to tell the parents, right? They had to know. They have a right to know. Right? So I'm just really grateful that my mom is so supportive, because she is in the educational system herself and she's a teacher and everything, so she knows how sometimes the students feel when they fail, and she could relate to that a little bit. So she was very, very motivative, I should say. Like I was taking it way out of proportion. I just explained to her that I have another chance, free. The resit is free. Oh, that's the next thing. The resit is free, but if you had to do over the whole course, I had to pay $10,000. I don't have no time for that, and I had no money for that. Okay, so that was out of the bill. That was out of the scenario. That was out, and we're back. I kind of lost you. What I was talking about, boy? Yeah, I think I was talking about my mom, right? So let me move on. So now I did the exam. Now I did the resit, and I passed. I passed the resit, and that was, I could remember, that was the happiest time of my life, because I could get to move into year 3 without trailing a course on them thing day. So I was really, really happy, So yeah, that was my biggest song. But that's why I remember in year 2, to be exact. Pandemic came, had to go home, feeling endo, having to go through that emotional roller coaster of feeling of worthlessness and feeling like don't belong. I don't know if anybody else have that kind of feeling, because here you want to become the best doctor you can become, right? And you instill in your head that in order to do that, you have to pass all your courses. And many people go about thinking that they are invincible, right? Because I thought I was invincible because I was getting really good grades. I was getting, normal good grades, right? But that shut me down, and I had to realize that, one, I am human, right? And yes, sometimes things just go wrong, but you have to realize that you can never blame yourself for something that, never blame yourself, right? Don't blame yourself for anything. Like, yes, that happened, but just learn from it and move on and do better any next time, and which that I did. Even if I hadn't done better, like, let's say I probably failed the endo, right? The course, and had to do over the whole course, right? I realized that through medicine, you always have your ups and you always have your lows, right? And those ups are really, really up, but the lows are real low, right? And you have to have to have some kind of support, like that. As I said at the beginning of this video, you have to have some kind of support, somebody who is a good supportive friend or family, because you don't want people to be feeding you nonsense in your head. Because I've seen people went mad. I've seen medical students went mad, right? I've seen medical students had to drop out because their mental health was all over the place. I've seen medical students going along the day, and all of them filled with a bunch of depression and anxiety, right? You cannot let this ruin your mental. Camera, behave yourself. This glitchy thing, behave yourself, right? That's basically what I remember from I think I'm talking too long. This video is gonna be too long. I hope you all enjoy it. I haven't seen y'all in a while. I've missed y'all. I keep give y'all updated on my life. I have to keep doing my YouTube videos because literally it's just me talking in my room. Now, I used to try to do the fancy stuff, nice background and thing, and buy lights, and right now I don't have the money for that, and I don't have the time to be doing anything fancy. It's just let me talk to y'all, and whoever listens. Who don't want to listen, well, that you right? It's after 12. I don't know, y'all ain't seeing this properly because it's back to front flipped, right? But it's after 12. I look real good in this picture though. Don't I look real good in this picture. Anyways, it's after 12. I was studying, decided to make this video because it's long overdue, and you all enjoy your rest of your day. Don't forget to subscribe. That will help me a lot, and you will be helping a little Tobago boy's dream come true. See you. Bye.